We saw within the week that there was an election in the United Kingdom. Remember that the Great Britain colonized Nigeria and some West African countries. But since the independence of Nigeria over 60 years ago, we have not been able to achieve that level of transparency when it comes to election. 2023 general election would have come close to what we saw in England on the 4th of July this year. But unfortunately, there was a man called Mahmoud. And everything just turned around. And for the fact that it was APC that was contesting and Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the APC flag bearer, we saw how everything went. Now, there was no any ballot box snatching. This can be replicated in Nigeria. But when you have political actors who can tell their followers to snatch it, grab it, and run away with it, then when they get into government, into office, they find it very difficult to even govern in the first place. His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, tweeted and he said that everyone should vote for Labour Party. In the UK, say change will only happen if you vote for it. And he said, vote Labour on Thursday, 4th July. And after that tweet, we saw that a lot of changes began to happen. But I'm not here to even talk about whether Peter Obi was able to influence the election in the United Kingdom. But I'm here to talk about the political strategy of Peter Obi for 2027. Remember that the Conservatives were quite in line with the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration coming on board. And we saw how the then Prime Minister immediately congratulated the President even when there were a lot of irregularities surrounding the election, when other world leaders were keeping mute, waiting to see how far with the election first. And this we now, this was some of the things that some political spectrum continue to talk about the issues between the Conservative and the support for Nigerian presidential election. Now, it happens that the Labour is now taking over in the United Kingdom. And some people believe that that could, in a way, help the Labour Party candidate in 2027. That is, if Peter Obi is to grab the ticket. And if everything goes down well, looking at the fact that in the United States of America, Donald Trump is another candidate trying to pull down, the Democrats candidate, Joe Biden, who is as old as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And other political spectrum believe that if Donald Trump happens to be in power, of which he also have this anti-African policy, whereby he is against immigration to the United States, that will in a way help the opposition getting power in 2027. And some others believe that French is also planning to have their election before the 2027 election, of which removing Emmanuel Macron as a president of the French will somehow reduce the power that Parliament Tinubu have, to control whatever comes in 2027. But the question that people fail to understand here is this. This is a man that has been surrounded with a lot of allegation relating drugs, relating, fraud and all of that. But they fail to understand that this particular person, the allegation before all of us here, can be used against him in order to make him do some days with those country mentions. And some of that is with the military base of the United States in Niger here, of which they have been asked to vacate Niger. So, and we have seen the rumor that they are pressing on the Nigerian government to allow them to bring their military base to Nigeria, of which that will not be any good development to Nigeria. Many people believe that yes, it will open the economy, our military training and all of that. Oh hell no. Check the whole world round and see where the United States have their military base. There is no security anywhere. So for that reason, some people believe that no, we can't have this. And this is another conversation to 2027. So will you now agree with me that Peter Obi tweet for the Labour Party in UK, of which they actually won, will that in any way influence the 2027 ambition of Labour Party and Peter Obi and the obedient movement? Let me have you take a comment section. Thank you for watching.